Hey everyone, Zalimah here once again with another Legion video. So today's video, I'm going to be doing a Beastmaster Hunter guide for the current patch. Now, Beastmaster Hunter got a lot of buffs in the patch and are actually doing very well in Mythic NightHold right now. Bosses like Chromatic Anomaly, Trilliax, Crosis, anything where you have a lot of movement, BM is really shining. Now, if you really want to go PogChamp, then you have to play BM and MM to be good on all the fights in there. But BM is definitely very strong, and if you like to play BM, then you're golden. And I like to play BM, so that's what I've been doing. So first, when you go over to legendaries, you have to have to play this. If you don't have these legendaries, your damage is going to vary uh, a lot, and your damage is going to pretty much suck. So the one that you need the belt. The belt, basically when I use Bestial Wrath, it reduces the focus cost of all abilities by 15%. That is a must-have, and the trinket's also very good for Mythic Plus and stuff like that, but you don't have to have that. So you need the belt, and you also need the shoulders. The shoulders, basically, Dire Frenzy gains one additional charge. So basically, you have Bestial Wrath up more often, and since you have the belt, which reduces the focus cost, you can spam your kill command, which increases your damage by a lot. Now, I don't have these shoulders yet, but my damage is already crazy just with the belt alone, but you definitely have to have either the belt or the shoulders for this to really work out. Now, for the stats you're going to need in your gear, you're going to need Mastery and Haste. Those are your top two stats, and the third place stat is Critical Strike. So you're going to want to get Mastery and Haste on as much gear as possible. So your necks, your legs, your boots, your helm, everything. You're going to want to get Mastery Haste on. And also, the Bloodthirsty Instinct is our best in slot trinket still to this day, so make sure to go pick one of those up. Now for the talents, for raiding single target, this is the setup you want to use. You're going to want to use Weighted Cobra, Dire Frenzy, the third line doesn't matter, Bestial Fury, Binding Shot, Murder of Crows, and Killer Cobra. This is for a pure single target fight where the boss isn't going to move too much. So like, I would use this on Trilliax or Crosis or whatever. Now, if we're doing Chromatic Anomaly or something where your pet has to move a lot, you're just going to take Blink Strikes. So if I'm doing a boss where I'm going to have to be, the boss is going to be moving around, or I have to switch to ads, you have to pick up Blink Strikes. Without Blink Strikes, your pet's not going to be able to get there in time for you to deal damage. And if the boss is a little bit more stationary, like Trilliax or something like that, you're going to want to use Bestial Fury. This is going to be a major damage increase. So that's how you do that. And in Mythic Plus or heavy AoE fights, you're going to want to use Dire Sable, Stomp, Post Haste, Blink Strikes, and Volley. This is your setup for multi-target fights or Mythic Plus. You have Dire Stable and Stomp, so basically you get more focus, and Stomp is an AoE. Blink Strikes you use for any multi-target fight. If you have to switch between targets, you use Blink Strike. Volley is just for extra AoE on your auto shots. You deal AoE around whoever you're hitting. And also for Mythic Plus, you can also go with Stampede. However, I usually just say it's Killer Cobra. That one's up to you, but never use Stampede during raids. So that's pretty much the talent tree and how that works. It's pretty simple. You're going to need to carry some tomes around if you are planning on raiding with BM, just so you can switch for different bosses and stuff like that. And yeah, so for the pets, you're going to want to pick up a whatever the heck that thing is. Basically, the Battle Res pet, you're going to want a Bloodlust pet, and I'm right now just using mechanical pets because I don't need the Bloodlust or the Battle Res unless I'm doing Mythic Plus. And that's pretty much that. So now, okay, apparently I'm walking. Okay, so anyways, now I'm just gonna like kind of demonstrate how much damage I can actually pull off here. Now, Dire Frenzy, your single target damage is incredible. So my damage meter's over here. I'm just gonna do like a 1-minute demo, I guess. Uh, Artifact weapon is pretty high. But anyways, here we go. So when I start off the fight for the rotation, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to use your potion, and our best in slot potion is Prolonged Power. So definitely pick up those. They're very cheap, and that is our best in slot potion for raiding and Mythic Plus. So you're going to pick up, you're going to want to pop your potion. You're going to want to use your Murder of Crows, Bestial Wrath, Dire Frenzy, Kill Command, and then whatever else you have. Now, the reason why you use Bestial Wrath before anything else, number one, it's going to increase your damage with Kill Command, and number two, you use Bestial Wrath before Dire Frenzy, because every time you use Dire Frenzy or Dire Beast or whatever, it reduces the cooldown on Bestial Wrath. So I'm just going to kind of demonstrate my opener here. And also you want to use your artifact weapon as well. The ability on that, this so for extra single target damage pretty much. It doesn't really do too much for AoE, but for single target, it really does help out a lot. So that's pretty much the opener, and as you see, I already have Bestial Wrath back up. Got a Dire Frenzy proc, and everything's looking good. And since I have that belt, look at my focus. I'm just able to spam my kill command, no problem. And by the time I get out of focus, I got more focus back up for my Dire Beast. So this is just, like, I can't stress it enough. You really have to have the legendaries to make this work. Now, I actually switched to BM before I got the legendaries. My damage was terrible. And the second I got the belt, my damage increased by like 60k or something insane. But this is pretty much it. I mean, it's a very simple thing to play, and where it really comes in, like, to complexity is with your pets. You have to kind of micromanage your pets, especially in multi-target fights. You got to have some macros and different stuff like that. So anyways, for multi-target fights, the only thing you do different, if there's 3 or more targets, you're going to want to use multi-shot. It just gives you more damage if there's 3 or more targets. If the targets are close together, you're going to want to position your pets so that they can hit all 3 of the targets. If there's only 2 targets, then it's still worth just using Kill Command and just skipping over multi-shot. But yeah, that's pretty much the only difference, because with Volley, you just put it on and it's just working. And with Stomp, every time you cast your Dire Beast, it's just working. So you really don't have to worry too much about that. Anyways, guys, that's it for this guide. I hope you enjoyed it. BM, very fun. Try to get those legendaries and have a freaking blast. It's amazing for Mythic Plus. It's amazing in raids right now, and it's a lot of fun. Anyways, guys, that's been it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.